Next, let us study about formal arguments and actual arguments. Arguments are variables that we pass from the calling function to the called function, and inside the calling function we have the actual arguments. So here we have written a comma b, they will be the actual arguments. And what is mentioned in the function declaration or the function definition, that will be called the formal arguments. The formal arguments are actually any name. It is just given for a formality, and these variables, that is A will get substituted in C and B will get substituted in D. All we have to notice, the type and the number of arguments must be the same. It should not be different. Otherwise, the name need not be same. So actual arguments are the actual values that we are passing to the function, and this is actually given for a formality. So that is why it is called as actual argument and formal argument. Next, let us study about return statement. Return statement is the last statement of a function inside the function definition, and if it does not return anything, then we will write it as void. If the function returns a value, then the last statement will be return that variable name. In that case, for example, here if value 1 is of type integer, then this will be the integer value. In that case, the integer value is returned and it is stored in the variable called value, which is written inside the main function. We cannot have more than two values to be returned. For example, here return sum1. This is possible, or a simple return is also possible. But we cannot have a statement like return sum comma difference, or more than one variable we should not return. So this is wrong. The function, as we have already seen, will return to the calling statement when the return statement is executed. Next is pass by value. Pass by value means the function creates its own copy of argument values and it uses them in a function. So even if some changes are made to the formal arguments, that will not have any effect on the values of actual argument. So this can be explained with the help of an example. So let's take an example where we have written a function called function1, and it is going to pass two variables, int u and int v. The function is not returning anything, hence we are writing here it as void. Int u comma 1 and int v is equal to 3. So the first statement inside the main, we are declaring two variables and we are giving them values. Next, u is equal to 1. So here if we ask the program to print the value, we will get u is equal to 1. Then we have function 1 uv. We are going to call to the function, and this calling will go over to the called function as shown here. So it passes the value from this statement, that is u is getting the value 1 and v will get the value 3. So understand that these uv is different from the actual parameters uv. These are having the same name, but they are not same. So that is the statement that is written here. The uv in the actual argument is different from the formal argument, even though they have the same name. Inside that function, imagine you are going to change the values of u and v is equal to 0. Then if you ask to print that value, here you will get it as u and v. But once we return and we again print the value of uv in the main function, there that change will not be reflected. Even though u and v over here has been made equal to 0, that change will not be coming over here. This is because the change that we made here is only local and it will not reflect in the actual parameters, and this is called as pass by value. it is not passed by reference, and hence this u and v will not get the change that is made for this u and v. So we have to understand 2 points from here. The actual arguments and the formal arguments are different even though they have the same name, and only a copy of those variables are passed over here. So that is why the change that is made over here is local and it will not be reflected in the main function. Next, let us see how to pass a one-dimensional array to a function. In order to pass that, in the calling function, we can just write this as an ordinary variable. Here, A is our array. It is of size 5. We are just writing A comma 5. And 5 is another variable that we are passing. So just like any other variable, you can pass an array. You need not mention A of 5 or nothing like that is required in order to pass that array. But when you're receiving that in the function definition, there you'll have to mention a bracket. It shows that it is an array. Here B is the formal argument and A is the actual argument here. So the value from A is passed on to B and B gets the value of A. That entire array is got. So this is what you have to note while passing a one-dimensional array to a function.